Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chidera for those who are just tuning in for the first time. Today I wanted to take a second to reflect on my life in Canada after 6 years. I have lived in this country for 6 whole years. Chai! I've been in a reflective state of mind lately where I just think about life and things that have happened in my life and why things have happened in my life and how life is going. I'm very much Nigerian, just to give you guys context. I was born and raised in Lagos State and I'm originally from Imo State, Owerri. So I moved to Canada when I was 15 years old. I moved here by myself. My parents did not come with me, and yeah. I moved here by myself. I had to do, basically when I moved here, I did grade 12 of high school just so I can get into uni faster. Got into grade 12 of high school and I spent 9 short months in Hamilton, Ontario. That was the first city that I moved to in Canada. I honestly loved it. I loved the experience. I loved getting to meet new people, making friends, getting into relationships. I'm not a person of regret, but I do learn from experiences, good or bad. And every single relationship that I had whilst I was in high school taught me one thing or the other. So my high school experience was actually, it was really good. I think that I had a good amount of support, especially because most of the students that I was with were Nigerian. So when I got there, I had this homestay situation for living, and the house that I was in, all of us were Nigerian girls. So it was honestly, it was perfect. It was good. It was nice, and I had a lot of support in terms of where to buy things, where to shop, where to get food from, how to open a bank account. I had to do that on my own, but obviously with the support of the friends that I had made, and it was such a good experience. Learning again a different system to that of Nigeria it wasn't too bad, honestly. It just basic, read your books, do your exams, study for your test, whatnot. But yeah, it was really nice. I was very much a party girl in those days. I love to go out, and I still love to go out, but not so much partying. And yeah, it was really good. It was really good. I do miss those times where, you know, I had less to worry about. That whole dynamic was really good, but I do feel like I didn't have time to really get to know the area that I was in, because like immediately after, not immediately, I had like 2 weeks of, you know, rest after those 9 months, and I had to go straight into university, and the uni that I went into was in a whole different province. Now, coming to Canada by myself at such a young age, I already had to figure out so much by myself. I would say life has pretty much made me a very independent person in that way, and so from doing that, you know, after the 9 short months that I stayed in high school, I had to go straight into uni, and my uni was in a different, not only in a different state, but in a different a city where I knew nothing about, and it was honestly very annoying. I really was upset with my parents for making me go far away from the friends that I had already made, from the person I had fallen in love with at the time. It was really annoying. I would say that, like, it was really annoying, but I mean, I guess it was for the best, and they were the ones, you know, paying my fees at the time, so did I really have a choice? No. Yeah, it was September 2016. I had moved to Brandon, Manitoba for university, and luckily for me, 1 or 2 of the friends that I had made in high school were also coming to the province. So it wasn't a total thing of I'm alone, I don't know anyone here. I did know a couple people, and I'm also someone who loves to make friends. I love to make friends. I'm always that person that's going to talk to someone first. So it wasn't really a problem for me. I would have appreciated knowing a couple more people here, but you know, like friendships, it has just never been a struggle for me. I got to experience what life in Manitoba is like, and I would say it's so much different from that of Hamilton in terms of my social life, in terms of weather, in terms of the economy. So for example, life here is more affordable than it is in Hamilton, Ontario. Just thinking about it, I do miss that like high city life where I can just get up and go and eat or do something fun. I feel like I don't have that luxury here, for one reason or the other. So how has my life changed since I came to Canada? Honestly, I would say that my life had only started when I came here, because I came from, you know, having things pretty much done for me. And even whilst I was in Nigeria, for most of my preteens, I was in boarding school. So most of my life experiences are from boarding school, which I absolutely love and cherish. I would not change anything. But I feel like things were kind of given to me. I was guided, and things were being done for me. And I also had my family at my beck and call. But you know, now coming to a place by myself and having to figure out most of the things by myself, it's just, I definitely gained independence. That sounds so funny. I feel like I definitely gained independence, you know, coming here by myself, and you know, that's when life really and truly started for me. You know, having to open bank accounts by myself, having to figure out, you know, credit, things like that, learning about certain things, learning about a different culture, having to figure out how things are done, having to figure out systems. Yeah, life had just like started when I came here, and honestly, it's been a journey, it's been a ride. But now more than ever, I just feel as though there's just something that I'm missing. There's just something that is just, there's just something that feels empty inside of me, and for me, I would say that's family. You know, not having any family here is just something that I've thought about, and I'm just like, it makes me feel empty. Not having my parents close to me, not having my siblings close to me, aunties and uncles close to me, that type of thing. It's really hard. Like, it's a really hard thing, and not everyone is like me, so I understand that some people don't care about that. But for me, I'm very much family oriented, and not having my family close to me has honestly been depressing. It's just, and mind you, I haven't been back home since I came here for one reason or the other, so it's just been really hard, and I didn't even realize until 3.5 years that I was here, until after 3.5 years that I've been here, I did not, like, not once did I feel homesick for the first 3 years, but then after I was like, okay, shoot, I haven't been back home. You know, each of my parents have been here once or twice, but it's still like, it still didn't feel like it still wasn't enough for me. It still wasn't enough for me because they weren't here for more than a week, and that's like in a whole year, and it still wasn't. So I just lost my train of thought. It still wasn't enough for me. So I just like, I wanted to be back home so bad. And in 2020, it's just so crazy how like sometimes when you want things, life just like hits you with something else. But in 2020, I remember just like being fed up and wanting to go back home. But as we all know, COVID happened, so that didn't work out so great. And yeah, I just haven't been able to be back. So that's just like one thing that I'm like, I have to make this a mission to go back home, to be with my family, spend time with them. It might sound crazy, but it's actually true. Like I mentioned, I am from Imo State, originally Imo State, Owerri, and that makes me an Igbo girl, but I cannot speak my language fluently. This does not affect a lot of people, I promise you, but for me, I'm just like, I feel like such an outsider. If I were to travel back home, I would feel like such an outsider. I would feel like an ajebo because I cannot speak my language fluently. I'm actually even trying now. I'm able to communicate with my auntie and my mom now because I've been practicing, but it's just not where I want it to be, and that for me is just like, oh, one more thing that I'm, you know, that's been stripped away from me. It's like, okay, I don't even have any piece of home with me. Like, even if I'm not in my hometown per se, when I come here and I meet people that are like-minded, that are from the same culture or hometown as I am, I can't even communicate with them that way because I don't know how to. I do not want to sound ungrateful in the slightest. I'm thankful for every opportunity, every blessing, every experience, and yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, pour my heart out with this video and just, you know, say the things that have been on my mind as of late. But yeah, if you've lived in a foreign country or you're living in a foreign country for you know, for a long time, let me know kind of what your experience has been in the comment section. How does it feel to be away from home? I know for me, the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, I want to be home more often than I have been. I want to, you know, make that like a thing. I want to make it a thing every year, and maybe, who knows, eventually I may or may not move back home and settle there. Like, who knows, honestly. I'm seriously going to be praying to God about that because I as much as I say I want to move home, I also don't want to be stressed, and like I feel like Nigeria and stress are literally twins. I feel like my eyes are just being opened, and you know, things are being put in my heart, and I just want to pray on it and just figure life out and live life out, you know, the best way that I can. But yeah, oh my goodness, 6 years I've been in this country. Wow. But yeah, Canada is definitely, I really love the opportunities that you get here as an immigrant. I don't hear about it from any other countries. Yeah, I do think life here can be very secure and very comfortable in terms of, you know, achieving certain things in life. Like if you, for example, want to relocate your whole family, I do hear of people having a better experience doing so in Canada because they do give you those opportunities to move and find a home, find a job, find schooling and things like that. So I do really appreciate the opportunities that this country gives to people like me. But at the end of the day, it's like, if you can't, you're not forced to do things, and I do believe in like living in a place that makes you feel comfortable, and maybe sometimes you just have to use things to your own advantage. Maybe you come here and you get a good job, or you go to school, you get your degree, and then in turn use that degree back home and get a better opportunity back home than you would have if you had stayed. So things like that. So I do appreciate just everything that I'm learning and taking from being here. But I do want to make it a mission to go back home, spend more time with my family and my friends back home, and just kind of see what, you know, life there could potentially be like, and just decide for myself, like, do I want to live here, do I want to live there? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know what you would take from it, but I hope that you guys honestly enjoyed this video. Like I said, honestly, I feel like I've talked too much, but like I said, let me know what your experiences have been. Love you guys, and I'll see you in my next one.